Hello, my name is Samuel Warwick. I have autism. The entertainment industry has been a huge part of my childhood. So, by being inspired to see other entertainment podcasters interviewing other people from television shows, I decided to do one myself. To know about some funny behind the scenes, bloopers, and some stuff that we probably didn't know about while they were making the certain type of show. This is Entertainment Treasure Talk with Samuel Warwick. Let's go to the podcast now.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Entertainment Treasure Talk with Samuel Warwick. I'm, of course, your host, as always, Samuel Warwick, and I am so happy to have you guys here. If this is your first episode, welcome. Like I said before, my name is Samuel Warwick, and if you're coming back from another episode, well, welcome back. Anyway, I have two co-hosts with me today. I have, of course, my usual Martin Kreps.
Hi.
And of course, returning back from a long time, we have Ben Ragus is with us again.
Hello.
Yeah, how you both doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing great.
Well, that's good to hear. So, our last few episodes we've had quite a bit of some long interviews, but this one's gonna sadly be a little bit shortened. So, but that's fine. I haven't really played a lot of, I haven't, played a lot of the games. I only know about 2 or 3 games for Nintendo. Mainly I've heard her voices for Nintendo characters and for PlayStation characters, such as, well, of course, Zero Suit Samus and Knuckle Joe from the Smash Brothers games. I think she played one more, and I think that's probably the next, which is one of the Star Fox characters. Of course, she was Crystal from Star Fox, of course. I've never played the Star Fox games, and she's also played Sly Cooper as well. She played the Trouble Voices on Sly Cooper too. Carmelita and oh my goodness, I don't know the other one. Started with an N. But
Constable Nayla.
Yeah. But anyway, she is right here with us, and I'm gonna quarter line. Is that all she did? No, that's not all. That's not all she did, because she also directed, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But anyway, our guest today is Alesia Glidewell.
Hello,
Is that
hello.
right? Is that right?
No, it's not actually. It's Alesia, like a Z
Alesia.
sound.
Oh my God, Alesia. Oh my goodness. See, I look at it. Oh my
That's
God.
okay. I actually go by Z most of the time nowadays.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you also ever play Fear, or
Fear.
Fear Project Origin? Because I did
I've-
Alma.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've played it. And I've also know that you done Portal as well, but those aren't really the games I played. I'm mainly a Nintendo nerd when it comes to Nintendo and PlayStation.
Nice.
I haven't played Star Fox or Sly Cooper either.
That's okay.
So, I only played you on Smash Bros. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I like to have people tell people their origin story, and so just tell a little bit about yourself. What you do, and how did you get into like the business.
Oh my. Okay, it's been a while. Yeah, so many years ago. Well, as a kid, I always like joked around doing a lot of like crazy zany voices. And then at some point in my life, I was living in Mexico City, and my parents were living in Seattle. And I went to go visit my parents, and I ended up moving in with them and staying with them for a little while in Seattle. And when I was there, I got into voiceover and acting, and I went back to school for audio production. This was all after college. I had already studied. I started as a chemistry major and then finished as a cultural anthropology major, because I was like, I'm just going to go hide from people and live with tribes and write books. And that feels like the best, like coolest thing to do. But then I ended up doing totally different things. And I studied audio, so that I could, get good quality audio and build my own booth. And then I started taking like voiceover classes and acting and all this stuff while I was working like as an auditor at a hotel. Very boring.
Oh.
And yeah, and it transitioned also into some motion capture work and all the fun stuff that I got to do. But it was a long process of just like lots of training and classes and like free jobs and everything I could do to try to break into the industry. So that was that time period, a while ago. I'm kind of
Yeah.
retro, I guess, these days.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, that's cool. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's a cool story how you got into. So earlier before we started recording this, you asked me what was my favorite game.
Yeah.
But I am going to be very honest. This is actually something just trending in my head right now because I don't
Yeah.
really have a favorite. They're all good. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you probably might have heard about this, and you probably have friends who have worked on this game. But I'm actually interested in like Sonic Crossworlds right now, the new Racing Crossworlds that's coming out. Well, actually, it's already out
Fun.
digital, but it's not, it's not physical yet. So, but the
Okay.
thing is, I haven't.
Yeah.
The thing is, I haven't upgraded to a newer gen console yet. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta play it. Yeah, I gotta get my. Yeah, I'm still on my 4. And possibly I should be getting a 5, PlayStation 5 really soon.
Yeah.
So I would love for that to happen.
I would
So
love for that to happen too. I
because
want
I
you to
don't
have
like
it
to play.
soon.
I don't really. Yeah, because I don't really. Now I have played the betas of that game,
Oh.
but it's only on. But I played it on like the Switch. But
Yeah.
they say that it's probably better to play separate Sega and Nintendo games on. Keep Nintendo games for Nintendo and all
Yeah.
that. They probably
Yeah.
say that's always the best
Yeah.
way. So
What did you like on the beta? Was there
Mhm.
something
yeah,
what
the beta was fun. I mean, yeah, you still played online. You could play online. You were able to play some of the tracks early. It was really good.
awesome.
But yeah, but going into other crossover games, how did Super Smash Bros come about?
Well, I guess that just came about because I had already done Crystal from Star Fox. And oh my gosh, I can barely remember. I think I was auditioning and I auditioned for Zero Suit Samus. And I remember saying, come on, guys, let me audition for other stuff too, because I can do the crazy stuff too. And they let me audition for Knuckle Joe. And then I ended up getting both.
Wow.
My
So
God.
that was really, really fun.
Yeah,
I
I
just loved
remember
it.
that. I remember Knuckle Joe. Oh my God, I used to laugh at it. That was funny. And you go,
Hiya, yeah.
yeah.
It was very funny.
He was a Kirby character too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was
I know.
Kirby. So yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't let you voice in Kirby. Why haven't they let you voice in like any of the Kirby games afterwards? Because that
I
was
know.
really
That would have been
your voice
awesome.
was really good. So it's like a Japanese. No, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be ignorant at all about anything, but it's why
Yeah.
didn't they do that? Your voice would have been perfect for that role.
I know. That would have been fun.
Wow.
I don't know. I guess sometimes some people get certain like auditions or opportunities and sometimes they don't. And I guess, I should have gone after that.
Yeah,
I'm also half Japanese, so, I guess that helps.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's pretty funny that you got that role. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
That's cool, Alicia.
Thank
yeah.
you. What are your favorite games too, Martin and Ben?
Oh. Well, my favorite game that you've been in is obviously Super Smash Brothers.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't
What
played a
about
lot of the other games,
uh
like I've said.
yeah,
I haven't played any
that's
Mm-hmm.
other
okay.
Star Fox games, like I've said. But sorry about that. I mean, I think I've interviewed one more person that been in Star Fox. His name was
Oh.
Scott Burns.
Mm.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
interviewed.
was he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the
I-
commander, and he was also Bowser during the GameCube.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Scott or not, but
No, we don't get to record together. That's,
oh yeah,
Sly
Scott.
Cooper was the only
Yeah.
one I got to record with someone, and that was cool.
Okay, yeah. So you don't
Hmm.
remember like Jim Walker or Dex Manley or
I remember all their names and their voices from hearing all the clips of
Yeah,
the game because they're
yeah,
just so great. Oh, they're
yeah,
so good. But
yeah.
yeah.
I've seen some clips of Star Fox. It's pretty good. I mean, the fact you played that little Queen final boss too, I'm like, oh wow.
That's fun. Yeah, it's so fun when you get to play a different, more than one character in the same game.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah, it
cool.
is. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, it is. You know, a lot of not very famous celebrities don't do that either. So
Yeah.
that's a little bit strange that they don't get a chance to do that. But you know, regular voice actors do. They just go in and they record, and then they're
Hmm.
like, okay, well, okay, so I'm voicing for this character, I'm voicing for another character. So it's pretty cool. I've had a good
Yeah.
bit of voice actors now too, so it's pretty.
Mhm.
But yeah, well, I'll also ask, how was it like to work? Well, of course, on Star Fox. Is that the only Star Fox game you did, or did you do another with Crystal?
No, I just did the assault one, I
Hmm.
think. Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
saw I watched a couple of interviews with you, and
Hmm.
actually, I don't know if I remember one of them I think said that you played and you tried to audition for another character besides Knuckle Joe and Zero Suit Samus.
Oh, maybe. Gosh, it's been a long time, so maybe I don't remember.
Yeah.
I did record all the voice for Left for Dead, that game, Zoe. Um,
Yeah, I
but
played
that
the demo, but it's been a long time since
uh
I touched it.
well, maybe you played with my voice because I did record the whole game and then at some point they switched hands. Like I don't remember if it was Bungie or what company it was, but they switched over to a new company and the new company recasted um I think everybody, not just me, but I don't know. I
Oh
definitely
wow.
Zoe got recast and that was a shame because that was so fun. I love that one.
Yeah, and then there was another
Yeah.
podcast that I watched, and yeah, I watched a couple, but there was another one I watched, and one of them, oh my god, I quote said this. One of them said that you played the really badass girl on the you used to voice like the badass girls that look so attractive. That's what somebody
Yeah.
said. I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
I think it's because I was such a wannabe, like, cool action girl, Be so fun to be that person, right? So I just liked auditioning for all the characters that got to kick butt. So,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
they dress too, so go
Mm-hmm.
figure.
They do.
They dress that way too. Zero Suit Samus was pretty that way too. Like my God.
Yeah. They were all kind of dangerously sexy villain, or not just villain, but action hero kind of things. Yeah.
Sex, ha ha, yeah.
The
Yeah.
long time ago when I did the motion capture stuff, I did all the girl characters in the Matrix online game.
Hmm.
And it was funny because I had to do a lot of dancing
Yeah. Oh
and
my
a lot of
gosh.
like walking and stuff. And, I'm kind of awkward. So I could do all the like awkward stuff or cool stuff. But when they asked me to walk across a room like I'm a sexy girl in heels and a dress,
Oh my
it was so hard.
gosh.
It was so
Oh my
difficult. I
Oh
would
my
like
God.
God.
fall
Oh
over
my gosh.
myself and be so silly.
Oh
So,
my goodness, bro. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Don't worry. I don't know, but I've looked up those characters like Crystal and Carmelita too, and yeah,
hmm,
there are some deviant arts of them too, to be honest. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but
definitely I have,
deviant art.
yeah, and the Zero Suit Samuses as well. I'm sure.
You've seen those?
I've
Yeah.
seen some. I've seen some cool comic imagery. That's for sure.
Yeah, I found a couple. I found a couple too. Oh my God, they're pretty interesting. Yeah,
Hmm.
I would show them, but I can't. But I would show them towards you right now. But
Yeah.
That's okay. I've seen a few. They're fun.
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, are you a good actress? Would you like act out anything? Oh my goodness.
Oh man. I'm. I, I don't know if I'd blanket say like I'm a good actress or not. I think when I was doing those roles, I worked really hard at like doing them well, and I rehearsed and like did a lot of preparation because it's not in my nature to be very sexy or cool. No, cool, yes, but not sexy. So I definitely practiced.
Yeah,
So
I was like,
mhm.
oh, I took a look at some. I'm not. Yeah, there's all these weird kinks going on with those characters. Like, bro.
Well, Alma too. Like even Alma had some very strange, crazy. When I was doing the motion capture, she does a lot of really like difficult to do moves and things that kind of come across a
Yeah,
certain way. So it
yeah,
was it was quite a challenge.
yeah, and also that Portal character too. That I forgot what that Portal 2 character was. Like
Shell.
Shell, yeah, Shell was pretty hot too. I'm like, oh boy, oh
See,
boy.
I'm just lucky. I'm
Yeah,
just
you're
lucky.
lucky.
It's like I
Like
got to
she's
do all
like,
the really
I don't
pretty
know.
ones.
She's like dressed like a tank top, and then she's like, I saw the character. She's like, so she's just a tank top, and she's just, I don't know, not tank top, but like she tank top jeans, and then just she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was just. I've seen just pictures of her. Like so she's just actually like a barefooted character or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah, she
wow.
has the cool shoes. Yeah.
Oh
They're
my
kind of
god.
like shoes, but it's almost like barefoot.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yes.
That is a chick ching for me. I'll be like, oh, let's go.
King.
What, the barefoot, or are you talking about a particular photo you've seen?
Oh my god. Okay, now I'm laughing. I mean, probably. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, not to be weird at all, but sometimes, being that way kind of tells a story a bit. I've always had that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just sometimes it tells a story a little bit. But there are some levels I don't. There are some level I respect levels. So I don't. I never want to break boundaries. But
Yeah.
hey, I mean,
I don't
hey,
know. I feel like you guys were laughing because you've seen a very specific photo that I haven't seen.
what? No, no, I
Oh,
no. I just
Okay.
just
You just
I'm
like
just
feet.
no.
You and Quentin Tarantino like feet. Is that the
What?
name?
What?
No, it's
I
okay.
mean, I mean,
Weird
I
yeah.
joke.
wouldn't say, but I think that's something more, above. There's something more above here. Oh my gosh. I mean, oh my god. This is supposed to be entertainment, but hey, hey, people can like whatever they're in. I myself, yes, y'all. There are some weird things in here. So sorry, but just I don't know. Just I don't know. I just mentioned that you've seen like all these characters. I'm like, what? Like they're all like just. It's just like like Just I look at these characters and I'm like, why are all these voiceable characters like that way?
Yeah,
You
I don't
know?
know. I guess I was
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah. But anyway, actually, I'm actually going to show you a few games real quick. So this is it's in a Donkey Kong case, but I do got Smash Brothers Brawl.
Nice. All right. Good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to say that it does have the best story.
Oh, it does? Good.
Yeah, it does have the best story in Smash Brothers. So, and this was
Nice.
just Smash Bros. 4. So
Yeah.
Smash Brothers
Awesome.
4. Actually, I don't have the disc right now. It's actually in the Wii U. So yeah, I haven't. But yeah, I have Smash Brothers 4. And then I have Smash Brothers Ultimate, but it's digital now, so I can't.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that was interest. That was a little bit of interesting. Yes, Ben.
Can I like ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead. I
Yeah,
was about
Ben.
to call on you.
I'm not sure like if everybody asked you this before, but like how did you like get the roles to be in the video games like Super Smash Bros. For example?
Well, all of it came from auditions. All of it came from, once once you reach a certain level of quality of voice acting and other people hear about you, you can get an agent or a manager, and usually it's an agent, like a talent agency or something that represents you, and they get calls from all different companies for people to audition, and then hundreds of people or thousands or three, who knows how many people get to audition for every single role that comes out. And then you record at home, or you record somewhere else, and you send in your auditions, and then sometimes you get a call back, and sometimes you just book the role and you get in there, and that's it. So pretty much that way. Yeah. And it's very, it's very competitive. There's a lot of people out there who are really wonderful, like really good actors. And sometimes it's lucky, and, because you're just the luckiest of a group of people who are all very talented. And, something about your voice is just what the person who is creating the game or directing it is like, that's it. That's the character I wanted. And that's how you get picked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna actually ask, even though I haven't played the game, how was it like with like Sly Cooper and all that? Because I saw another podcast. I think who is next or something, or who's on. I forgot what the podcast's name was, but you've met like you. I forgot you've met.
Michael Edwards.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. You've mentioned to him that you actually got to work with Kevin Miller on like
I
Sly Cooper.
did. Yeah, that
So
was so fun because, usually you are alone in a booth,
yeah,
and there's like a director or an audio engineer just on the other side, and they'll say, okay, why don't you do that again and do it this way, and you'll do it again. But this was cool because you could actually like look someone in the eyes a little bit, or you're standing next to them and kind of like play more, act and hear, respond to how they are, the nuances of how they're being in the moment. It's really fun. So
Yeah.
hmm I love that so much. There's just so much more you can do as an actor when you're like live with somebody else.
yeah,
hmm
yeah, like most shows, like sometimes in TV shows, but mostly in video games, you don't record with anybody because I think it has to do with messing with dialogue. I think
Yeah, you're not
because
supposed to overlap dialogue too much, but we do, film people together sometimes in group
yeah,
scenes or individually, but we kind of tend to get coverage in different ways for
like
audio.
you know,
Yeah.
I've I've done some research and I actually kind of can tell by just knowing, in order for like for video games, like when they not during like speaking clips, but
hmm
like movie clips, but during like when you're pressing buttons and the characters like saying or ha cha or punching or doing whatever, like they're going ow ooh ooh ah, or screaming and all that,
hmm
I'm reading that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do all that alone in a booth. I know you have to do all that alone because that way it doesn't mess up anything.
Yeah, and your audio levels are going to be different because if you're just talking 1 minute and then all of a sudden you're
Yeah,
screaming,
yeah.
it's so
Like
different.
that.
So you got to turn everything down. And yeah, when I do auditions, I have to be careful of that because I
Yeah.
love flowing in from something soft to something loud, but it's not that easy to record with nicely.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I love that stuff because it's like a physical exercise. When you go in there and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to get punched a bunch, or I'm going to throw punches, or I'm going to sound like I was just making a magic spell really loud. It's a lot of energy
Yeah.
you got to like put out. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So, hmm
Absolutely. Oh my God, my autism kicks in, so sometimes I get real tied up for what I'm gonna say, but I always want to put in and just say, you have, you just, it's like we've talked about, you know,
yeah.
you've mentioned you can't go in, you can't, you won't, you can't, usually you don't really voice. I mean, voice with other people, but in video games, do you think maybe in during the clips they go in together sometimes? Maybe during
Sometimes, yeah.
like the
Yeah.
video clips you go in like wasn't that I think those were the only thing you were doing. like you were doing? Was probably when Sly Cooper was like doing video clips or whatever.
No, we were actually just doing the audio for the game and we got to do that together. Because,
Okay.
they could do that like sometimes with bands, right? They'll go in and they'll mic every instrument, but maybe like the drum kit will be in one separate booth and something.
Oh.
But sometimes
Mm.
you could have like a couple of people in the same room, right? Because it
Yeah.
kind of gives like the reflections of sound kind of bounce around the room in a really unique way that's nice. So I think you can do a little bit of that with humans too, as long as, the room itself doesn't have any reflections and it's really audio dampened to the, at a professional place, right? So
Yeah.
they can control that. And then the little bits of moments, like if it's a cinematic moment in a video game where it's not something that has to be playable, it's kind of okay for there to be a little bit of overlap, right? Because like Cooper and in Star Fox, there's a lot of like kind of fun flirting, right? And when you're doing
Yeah.
that, people tend to like step on each other's words a little bit, right? Because you're so excited to like answer someone's question that you jump in, or, there's this like energy behind it. So sometimes that pacing is nice, right? Like you get a little bit of like a tiny bit of overlap that like turns out to be beautiful,
Yeah.
and I don't know, emotionally natural or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And also now, all right, Martin. Yeah, go ahead, because I gotta time her because we gotta get to some of the fan questions and then we gotta
Yeah.
close.
I just have one question. Can you still do your voice of Crystal?
Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh
This is
boy.
always a hard one. I should prepare myself before I do any interview just so I remember what my voices are like.
Oh.
It's funny. I'm trying to remember a good line of hers.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I
Um,
think somebody asked what crystal line, but I can't. No, that's no. I mean, I'm already on some of the fan questions now, and some of them like asked about a favorite line from a character, and they asked if you could do a few. Yeah. So let's see if we
yeah,
can do a
it's
few.
so funny. I had some. I'm blanking out right now, but I have a bunch of them.
Oh no.
Um, wait, no, okay. I just. Ooh, the audio is being really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, guys. Somebody fix that, like on the side. Did
Test,
every,
test. Okay, we're back. Nope, I
oh, I
hear
think
it.
Martin, mute your mic for a moment.
Okay.
All right, there. All right. Yeah, try talk again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was on Martin's side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought of a Zero Suit Samus one, and now I'm like, uh, Crystal, baby, where are you in my brain? Let's see. I have to think of the moments with Crystal.
She's British, I
Um,
think.
she is. I just thought of a Sly Cooper one, but
Okay,
for some
well, okay,
reason,
yeah. Actually, I think Sonic Cool asked this question. He asked, "What's your favorite line from Comedy to Fox?" So I guess you could just say a line from her if you have a favorite.
well, it's not like a favorite line, but it's just, I mean, literally, freeze, Cooper, just like popped in my head. But I don't know if I even.
Okay.
She also had a bit of a British accent, but
It's okay. See, guys, it's okay, but it's okay. See, guys, yeah, I'm reading all these fan questions on YouTube. I mean, yeah, and Jev Rango actually asked a question, and you already kind of sort of how did you get, Carmelita and Sly too,
yeah,
and
I mean,
that's you can relap on that again if you'd like to.
of course. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the same where, you get an audition, you get really excited about it, and then you just try out a bunch of different ways to sound. And then sometimes you get to put in two different options. And that's what I did. I think with Carmelita, I believe I was like watching a bunch of videos from like J Lo at the time. I was like,
Yeah,
um, I think, yeah. hmm
yeah.
Gosh, I feel bad that I didn't refresh my memory on all my favorite lines from the
Oh,
characters before the call.
it's fine. It is fine. It's fine. Hey, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. You're always good. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and this is the same question from my good friend Wyatt. He asked about Sly Cooper too. See, a lot of people are asking about Carmenita. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I just don't know that well, but and I'm trying to monitor time. So yeah, and okay, and also Tori Benson has a few questions. She always asks these. She asked, what inspired you to be like a voice actor,
Mm,
actress?
yeah. Well, I I remember because it's so funny because sometimes you don't know what about a job until you know about a job. I know that sounds funny, but
Yeah.
so when I was in Miami and I was like 12 years old and I got into some acting. So I was like auditioning for stuff and I got to audition for some really big movies and I got really far, but I didn't get them. But they asked me to do a voiceover. And I was like, oh, what is this thing? And so exciting. And I auditioned and then I go into this room at 12 years old in Miami. And I walk in and the line that they give me on a piece of paper literally is, hi, Dad, I'm home. Literally something like that. Or hi,
Oh, I
Mom, I'm
think.
home. Like
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah. I think I saw a podcast like that. That story.
And then and then I said the line and I walked out and I think I got like a check for like $400.
Wow,
And
that is a
I was
lot of
like,
money.
yeah, for like
Wow.
5 minutes. I think I said it like literally twice and that's it. And I was like, this is the coolest thing in the whole world. I want to do this. Oh my gosh, how
All
fun.
right, well,
And then and then
got
we
it.
moved to Mexico City and life happened and all this stuff. And I didn't actually get into any of that. And then later when I was in Seattle and I was getting into acting and film and all that, and I remembered voiceover, and that's when I started researching it, and I was like, wow, this is a thing I can go after. So yeah, and it wasn't just the money; it was just fun. It was like you get to, it's very different from acting because you don't have to look anything like the character at all. Although they do kind of sometimes like lean into that when they see people, but I think it's so cool because you could be or do anything you want in the whole world, and it doesn't matter what you look like as long as you
And
can do a voice that sounds like a
yeah,
character. So, yeah.
yeah. And then she also wanted to know what were your favorite characters you voiced in what's your favorite video game? I think. Yeah, she wanted to know those. What are your favorite characters you voiced in your favorite video game?
Mm. Okay. Favorite characters I mean, I loved all of them. Like, I really enjoyed doing Carmelita Fox. I love doing Crystal as well. And like, even Constable Nayla and Alma was a favorite because it was just so fun to be creepy, and do all these really different, like creepy things and kind of traumatic and sad things too,
Yeah,
because she was,
yeah.
terrified a lot, and I could resonate with that part too. So it was really fun. And then that was definitely my favorite motion capture, and just being more involved in a game, right? Being able to do a
Mhm.
voice and the physicality of it was like so cool.
Yeah.
Um, and then I obsessively played Resident Evil uh, when I was younger, and Baldur's Gate. Like those two games were like my absolute favorites back in the day. So I played like
Yeah.
many iterations on the old PlayStations,
Yeah.
even on the Wii or like anything I had, Xbox. Like
Oh,
I just
Yeah.
every version of Resident Evil I could find that was my
Yeah.
favorite.
That's
So
funny. Okay, but now I know we gotta wrap up shortly. I got at least four more, so I got one more, and this is about your directing. I got like
oh
one more,
yeah,
and then I gotta and then I'll close with the last three
yeah, no
questions.
problem.
So
Yeah.
okay, so this one before I get into the last three, this one I wanna how was directing like? How was it like being a director? Because you directed a few Super Bowl Dorito commercials that I saw. I think where you
Oh
did
my gosh.
something.
I wish I directed some Super Bowl commercials. No, I those were um for the contest back in the day, the old Doritos contest where you like win
Oh.
win a Super Bowl ad. But I do direct and I have directed feature films and a lot of web series, and a lot of YouTube, like for people like Spy Ninjas or Lily Singh, I Superwoman or even nowadays Rebecca Zamola. Well, no, I didn't direct for her actually, just produce. But I write and direct a lot. And I love it more than anything. And yeah, recently I got to do a bunch of stop motion, which
Yeah.
is just really fun. Stop motion animation. So
Yeah, I've
cool.
I've wanted to direct too, but I've never. Let's just say that some people aren't very nice about it.
Why?
I don't unless they're like it's like volunteer, but like you're on like
Oh,
TikTok, but and you can't act out anything. I'm like, bro.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
why not? I mean, like I've wanted to, and I'm like, oh, okay. I've tried, on like TikTok, like people try to talk about nostalgia and like cartoons, and I've tried to say, okay, can you do some things from like Flapjack or Ben 10 or some of the Cartoon Network stuff from like the late 2000s going into
Yeah.
2010s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, some
That's
people
fun.
don't take it lightly about it. I'm like, why not? It's nostalgia. We were watching
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But
I guess there's a lot of different types of directing.
yeah.
And I think the most fun for a lot of people, or like a cool way you could get in is just making your own project, because that's always the way you get the most control, because the more you start working for other people and the more other people pay you to direct, sometimes you have more control than others. Like commercials, I have a lot of control, like over every color, every camera move, every cast member, every sound, like everything that you see or hear in something can be chosen by you, the director, if you're on a project where you have more creative control, I guess, or
Right.
say, and then other projects, they just want you to come in and talk to actors and like pick some shots, and then that's it. So it depends.
But yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, did you guys have anything to say? Because I was trying to keep up with the time of her, and that's why
Thank you
I'm
so
like,
much, Samuel. i'm
all right,
i'm able to stay a couple more minutes and everything, so
okay,
yeah.
all right, yeah, all right. Well, so going into just a little less of a bit, is there anything you can talk about that you're working on now?
Oh, yeah, and I'm actually doing the Retro Game Con in Syracuse, New York. So if either of you guys are like in New York,
No, I'm
coming
not.
up in okay. That's in October 9th through 14th or something, 9th
Martin is
through 11.
Martin's up in New York, but he's not in the New York City.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, and I'm like farther in the East Coast. I'm like south. I'm in South Carolina, so I can't. Yeah, they don't do very many cons here in the Carolinas.
mm, got it. Well, I might
So
also go to Atlanta over Halloween weekend. I don't even know what that one's called, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm wrapping up. I'm doing a lot of the stop motion stuff right now for a toy brand for Polly Pocket, so that's really fun. And a Western short film coming up soon too. So
but yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that no, like, is there any video games you're working on or no?
No, nothing right now, but I do have auditions coming in, and I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, you would have been our first voice. Okay, Ben, go ahead.
All right, so I just wanted to say that I'm actually a really big fan of like stop motion animation. I'm curious if you actually animated it or if you have a team or like how does that work?
Oh yeah. I have a team. So I had two different animators. They actually both worked on Robot Chicken, and they are amazing. So I would have one stage, and I would have two different episodes at the same time. So my DP, my cinematographer, would have a whole area set up for one animator because it's all like tiny, tiny dolls. Polly Pocket's really small, and then on the same stage on the other half of the room, he had a whole setup for the other animator. And as a director, you do well. I was also the writer, so I did the storyboards, and so you kind of like I
Mm.
use my iPhone. I just take photos of every shot, and then I work with the storyboard artist to like lay it out, and then we go and we film it on set and move the dolls around. It's amazing. Yeah,
That's
you should
cool.
definitely play with stop motion. It's so cool.
Hmm.
It's yeah, it's
Yeah,
really fascinating.
yeah. I think I had a friend who did a few stop motions. We cut ties not too long ago because he was
Mm.
kind of very rude towards other cultures, and I just
Yeah.
moved so we just
Oh,
moved
sorry to
him.
hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But but since there isn't anything else, I was a if there so if anybody wanted to voice act, what do you think they should do? Is there anything that they should recommend, or what do you
Yeah,
recommend?
definitely. Well, there's layers of it, right? One is the layer of getting to be a good actor because the best voice actors are actors, and if you believe their performance, right? Um, and get range and get, all the fun stuff. So lots of, classes, training, anything acting related. And then you have to either learn to become your own audio engineer or be best friends with an audio engineer because the audio quality is so important too because of how competitive the market is. Like the best voiceover artists out there are also like incredible audio engineers, so that when they send their audition, it's already at like a really high quality. They got the right levels. They're in a professional booth with no background noise. Like they're doing it right. So um, I think both of those things, just getting training there on both, and then trying to get your voice out there so that you can find someone, an agent to represent you and get you more auditions. But you can find ways to get your own auditions first, and to do friends projects and do anything you can to just start building that muscle and getting out there, getting seen. So heard, haha, heard, not
Heard,
seen.
yeah. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. So this is just the final question, and this is the final question before I wrap up, and then and then after everything stops recording, I will dismiss you. I'll just dismiss you
Okay.
after everything stops recording. So,
Mm-hmm.
but this is like the final question.
Mm-hmm.
So the final question is: This is Entertainment Treasure Talk with me, Samuel Warwick, and I like to ask all my guests, what are your favorite things from pop culture? Like it could be like a TV, like a particular song or a TV show or video game or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the question again.
okay, so basically it's what is something from pop culture, like this is like what is entertainment treasure to you? Like what is like it could be like something from like a TV show or a video game or
Oh, wow.
or like TV, movie,
Yeah.
song, anything. That's what I asked the guests.
Oh, wow. That's
Mm-hmm.
um
Sorry, I didn't know you
hmm.
weren't prepared for this. I'm
No, I
sorry.
should have been. That's okay. I'm not good at getting
Usually I
prepared.
tell
I just think
people to
it's fun
watch
to
my
do this.
podcast. I tell people to watch an episode of my podcast first, but people don't normally do the people that I invite don't normally do that. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I love aliens. I know that's very old school of me, but
No,
I
no,
I think
no, no. Aliens
aliens.
are fine. Aliens are fine.
I
Aliens are
love
fine.
aliens and dinosaurs. So Jurassic Park and aliens. That's for
Yeah.
me like just I know
Aliens
it's not
cool.
like right now pop culture, but I love it. And you know what's fun? And I have no idea. This is not even an answer to your question, but it's just really fun right now
Yeah.
is the Suno AI app to make music, because I think that whenever you're hanging out with your friends nowadays and making music, like you can make songs that are like so memorable
Yeah.
for just you and a group of friends.
Yeah.
Instead of like the whole world hearing it, it's like you make a silly pop song with you and five other people in a room, and it becomes this memory for your whole life of like this stupid, silly pop song that you made about flies in your salad just that week because it was funny, and now it's like bonded you and your friends together. I don't know, I just think there's something so cool and special about that. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. And once again, thank you for being on and helping us out today. You would have been our first female, but somebody else beat you to it. So
Ah,
sorry. You would have
that's
been our first
okay.
female voice actress, but someone else beat you to it. Yeah.
Oh,
It was an
well,
American living in the UK beat
oh,
you to it.
nice. Well,
So
you need a lot more of us, so go ahead and ask a lot more of us wonderful women to,
yeah,
to
yeah,
join your podcast.
actually this year, you want to know something? This has
Yeah.
been the most year. This year has been the most that we've had women on the podcast. Other years we've only had a couple women, but this year we've had quite a bit of women. We've had quite a
Yeah.
bit
Oh,
of females, and I gotta say, it was great. It's great, you know.
awesome. Well,
Well, yeah,
I'm excited for you to have more voice
yeah.
actor women too.
All right. Well, once again, thank you guys. Thank you for being here, Alesia. Alesia, I appreciate that. Well, Z, I'll call you Z. Z, I
Yep,
appreciate that.
Z works.
Yeah, I
You're
appreciate you
so
coming.
welcome.
Thank you. But yeah, does anybody else have anything to say before I close off the recording? And then
No, that's it.
No,
great.
I don't think so.
All right. Well,
Thank
once
you
again, we
guys.
thank you guys for watching. I'll I'll
Thank
I'll I'll just
you.
shut this off, and then I'll let you know when everything is good, and then when I say you will be good to go, then after this, then I'll dismiss you. But I guess
All
you
right.
get it. But
Sounds good.
anyway,
Thank you so much for having me.
anyway,
It's been
anyway,
really nice talking to you guys.
Anyway,
Thank you.
this is yeah, no problem. Anyway, this is this guys. I don't know who. I don't have any other guests right now. We are still looking, but we're doing our best,
Yes.
guys, and hopefully we should have more people coming soon, guys. Just it's like I said, it's hard to get people. So
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, once again, I'm Samuel Warwick. Thank you guys for joining us this episode, and we'll see everybody in the next episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'll wait.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Entertainment Treasure Talk. We hope that you had fun and that you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, maybe you'd like to watch or hear more episodes of the show. The link to the playlist is in the description. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more upcoming episodes. And don't forget that you're awesome and that you too are filled with entertainment treasure. See you next time for another great episode of the podcast. Peace out.